Alright, so for this battle, you're going to need a couple of things. Going over to materia, you're going to need fire level 2. That's what I used. I use a TB boost, but I didn't use it for this one because you really don't need the refocus materia in the ATB. But you do need the first strike materia, giving you ATB gauge at the beginning. And you need steadfast, so you take less damage when you block. And the fire summoning, the very first summoning you get in the game, you need that as well. Everything here you need. For the items... Well, first off, look at my Buster Sword stats. As you can see by my stats from my sword, which is the only thing I use, I'm not even crazy overpowered, showing you that everybody can do this. For items, I didn't show it off, but you need ethers, and you need high potions for when you get hit in the ether for your MP, because you're going to be using fire attacks a lot. So, for the very first time you use your fire level 2, she's going to get into pressured mode. And when she's in pressured, use your Punisher attacks, because attacks in this gives you a lot more gauge. As you can see, the ATB gauge is already filled up 1 because we're using the first strike materia, and because I'm doing a lot of attacks, I got that second bar very quickly. In the beginning, she's very easy to really maneuver. Just block all the attacks she has, and use the fire materia. At a distance, you know, keeping yourself in if you need to. Again, I'm just going in when she attacks, just block everything. I don't say evade, because when you block, you do get ATB, and ATB is extremely important. So again, here, as you can see, the very first time you use your fire attack, she's gonna get into pressured, and just whack at her with those Punisher mode attacks. Again, block, and I'm just gonna keep using fire from a distance. Really easy stuff. Just dodge when she does that attack. Even if you block that specific attack where the ice stays there, you're gonna take over 200 damage. So definitely definitely dodge that after you block the first attack of it. Coming over here, she's again just using more ice attacks, and I'm just blocking, man. Again, blocking is extremely important. Again, especially with steadfast, making blocking a lot more easier. I used fire again because she was weakened. The fire put it into pressured. And as you can see, even when you're using Punisher attacks when she's pressured, it builds that gauge up for her to become staggered. Staggering is going to be so important during this battle when you guys do it. As you can see, I got 2 ATB charges. Keep your ATB as high as possible. When it's not high, just block attacks to get it back up. You're going to need it for 1, your ether, to keep using those fire attacks. And 2, for your high potions. Yeah, so as you can see, I'm healing myself now, because again, you want that life high, especially if she hits you with her special attack. And as you see, when I do get hit with it, it's almost doing nothing to me, because I just heal right back up because I have 2 bars of ATB. But we'll get to that a little bit later. So yeah, you know, again, this attack she does right here, that is completely unblockable. And if you do get hit, she's gonna do a lot of damage to you. So, as you see, she's staggered, so I'm just going in with my Punisher attacks, doing way more damage. And this is the moment where it gets extremely hard. That first time you stagger her, you get her life down halfway. She has these little orbs around her. This is where the challenge really skyrockets, and the damage, I mean, the difficulty gets up there. She's spamming more attacks, trying to get away from you more. And that's okay, because your summoning is going to alleviate all of that pain. So the summon is going to be so useful because he, 1, is her weakness, but 2, he hits her out of her own attack. So if she's using orbs, he gets rid of the orbs because he hits pretty much all of them. If she uses any other attacks that take a while to charge, basically anything that's really bothering you, he is going to take out. So I don't recommend you use summon abilities, because that just makes his time here that much more shorter. Again, because he's hitting her out of her attacks, that's your time to use Punisher mode and just keep hitting her, getting that ATB high. And during this phase of the match, when he's out here, concentrate on getting your ether as high as possible, your MP as high as possible, and your HP. And once those are high, just focus on having 2 bars of ATB to constantly heal yourself. When anything happens, you can use the appropriate items. As you can see, my limit is now going up, but again, save your limit till the second time you stagger her. That is extremely important. Don't waste your limit. just because you get it. Again, this is the moment I'm getting my ether ins. You know, I'm getting my MP up because she might hit you with her special attack. It's like a cinematic move where she circles you and it does a ton of damage, but it's okay because if you have 2 bars, you can heal yourself twice with high potions. Ifrit is about to go away, which sucks. He is a major help, but when he goes away, he does over 3,000 damage because it's her weakness. As you can see, he does... I know it's over 3,000. 3,000, yeah, 3,000, like 500. It's insane, and that's putting her into this pressured state. Again, keep that ATB as high as possible. Boom, staggered, and you get your limit with the second stagger. And this is where he's gonna completely finish her off completely. Again, follow these steps, and you'll be sure to get victory. Thank you guys for watching. Deuces.